And now, to tell us more on this topic, we have joining us from Ogun State, Barrister Kehinde Taiwo, a legal practitioner and fellow Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators. Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news on Galaxy TV.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
So, the CJN has urged judges to be impartial. Do you think this implies that there are indeed bad eggs in the system as it is being opinionated by some sectors?
I think I can
Okay,
hear you.
can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah,
The question I asked
right.
was the CJN has urged judges to be impartial. Would you say this implies that there are indeed some bad eggs in the system as opined by some members of the public?
Yes, very correct. Certainly, there will be budgets in the system, and I know it doesn't affect only the judiciary sector, but all sectors in the country being affected by the decimal and the challenges they're facing as a nation. So it's not only in the judiciary, it's everywhere, both private and public sector.
Okay, and would you say that the NJC has played its role effectively enough to sanitize the system, especially now that a lot of people don't have much confidence in the judiciary?
Well, for me, I think more needs to be done. More needs to be done concerning our judiciary. And the judiciary holds a pivotal role in a democracy setting. And I told someone some days ago, I said, even in the absence of democracy, there will be judiciary. And when there is democracy as a system of government in any nation, there would also be judiciary. So that means the judiciary is very instrumental in a running of a proper society. And we know that judiciary is the last hope of the common man, and that is why judiciary is very important. And a special focus or attention needs to be put on the judiciary, which we are not doing in Nigeria. If we can do so much with the judiciary and with our judicial system, meaning the prison service, the police, and the judiciary, then we will go a long way as a nation, because it is only the judiciary that can look the executive in the eye and declare if they are being reckless or doing something wrong, and be able to tell the executive arm of government to reverse any decision or anything they are doing against democratic values. So I think the NDC needs to do more. They are doing well, but I think they will need to do more to sanitize our judicial sector. It is so important. And at this critical stage that we are in this country, we need it so much now, more than before.
Okay, and now that we have even some legal practitioners left shocked by some court judgment, and at what point do you think Nigerians can begin to have confidence again in the judiciary? And what would you advise that the judiciary themselves do? What steps do you think they should take to return sanity and cleanliness, so to speak, into the system?
Yes, I think the first thing the judiciary needs to do is to stay away from the politicians and politics. The politicians, they are the players in a political system. All the goal of a political party or politician is to win an election. And we know that they can do anything in order to achieve this aim. So we know that politics and governance are all across our lifestyle. It cuts across our lifestyle, and we know that even not only in judiciary, every system of our life, you will need the impact of governance or or government policies. So in order to ensure that the judiciary revives back the sanity and the confidence of the people, they need to, apart from washing itself thoroughly inside, then they need to also observe some certain measures in the outside. Like the example I gave, watch themselves of any political inclusiveness or attachment. And then also, there are some rules and guidelines that are made for judicial officers that govern their lifestyle. Those rules need to be followed stricto sensu to ensure that a judicial officer discharge his duties without fear and favor, and without in ensuring that he delivers justice according to law. So if all these things are put in place, we believe that confidence can be, if the judiciary can ensure that they are independent and protect their independence, because there is another one, that is an issue of having independence and ensuring that you protect your independence. That means you don't allow the executive to interfere in your daily activities, in your judgment, in personal relationship. You use that to protect your independence, then people will respect you. If you can have that, if the judiciary can give us that, then they will recover the confidence of the people of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
We thank you so much for sharing your views with us on the news.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
And that's Barrister Kehinde Taiwo, a legal practitioner and fellow, Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators.